Afternoon. When we're ready, we'll get underway with Carve from Sky Sports News.
Gareth, first of all, you got to the semi-finals of the World Cup. It was a thrilling ride. What is the next step for you and these players?
Well, it's about developing as a team, back to improvement. You know, over the summer you're looking for results. Now it's about improving as a team, developing the way we play, improving the tactical detail of how we play, and testing ourselves over the next few months in particular against some really top teams.
9 of the players who started against Croatia are in this squad. Are you tempted to start most of them tomorrow night against Spain, just to let them sort of experience the occasion and lap up the appreciation from the 90,000 fans who are going to be inside Wembley Stadium?
No, I think we want to, of course, the basis of the team will be the team, because you know, we had good performances and we're looking to continue that. And the summer was brilliant, and it's great that we've got a full house. And it's great that everybody will feel the appreciation and that we can step out in front of our fans again. But for us now, the summer is finished, and it's about the next step and the next challenges. And sport doesn't stand still for anybody. You know, you've got to move forward, got to continually evolve, increase that competition. And I know the players are of the same mentality. They're all of an age where what's next is the most important thing.
Harry will be getting his Golden Boot Award tomorrow night. Do you think he's arguably the best striker in the world at the moment?
Yeah, I think that if I look at other international managers, they would love to be in the position I'm in, to be able to pick him. You know, and I've sat with a few matches over the years and over the last couple of years, and they've told me exactly that. So the great thing is, again, Harry is 24, so. To have reached the level he has already, and with time on his side, is really exciting.
Harry, you'll be getting the award tomorrow night. You scored more goals than Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo in the World Cup. Wherever we went in Russia, all the supporters from all around the world, you were the England player they wanted to see play. Do you feel like you're playing at the level of players like Messi and Ronaldo now?
I think it's hard to compare myself with them two. I've said before, I've set a standard of football over the last 10 or so years that has been unbelievable, and players like myself and other younger players coming through, they're the heights we all want to reach. So to do that in the World Cup and to finish top goal scorer was something I was extremely proud of. But no, I don't think I can be up there with them two yet, but that's my aim. My aim is to improve, and yeah, like I say, the summer was great, but now it's on to more things, and can I do even better?
Every time you play, your performances are under so much scrutiny. Personally, what kind of form do you think you were in at the World Cup, and now were you playing at your best? Do you feel fully fit now?
Yeah, I feel fully fit. I think I could have done better at the World Cup, if I'm totally honest. I think, yeah, it was great, and I scored some good goals, some important goals, but there was stuff I could have done better as well. There was, yeah, certain finishes I could have done better with, certain movements, but that's all part of the learning curve. So I remember coming back and talking to people about it. To win a Golden Boot in the World Cup and feel like you could have done better, some exciting things. It means that yeah, there's a lot of improvement there, and I'm at a high level already. So yeah, I feel fully fit. We've come back, started the season well from a club point of view. So hopefully I can take that into the games here.
Gareth, Spain tomorrow night. Obviously they've got a new manager. Quite a few players have retired. What kind of challenge are you expecting tomorrow night from them?
Very tough. We know the quality of the players, the depth of quality that they have, and with the disappointment for them over the last couple of tournaments and the retirements of some legends of the game, really, there'll be a hunger about the team. I'm sure. You know, the manager will want to start to implement his own ideas. The basis of how they play, I'm sure, will be similar, but there will definitely be differences that Luis Enrique will want to impose, and slight changes to the style. I'm sure that will take some time, but they have some wonderful footballers, and it's a really good test for us. We're looking forward to it.
We were talking to Martin Glenn last month, and he said that you were the ideal England manager, and he said that as soon as you came back from your summer holidays, he wanted to start talks with you about a new contract. Have you had a chance to hold any talks about a new deal yet?
No, not really. It's nice that he wants me to stay, but I think we've just the turnaround from the summer's been so quick. You know, got a couple of weeks break, but we were straight into planning for these matches, and the calendar is relentless. So focus is on improving the team and making sure that our preparation for this camp was right, because they're two really important games for us and two very difficult games.
Would you like a new contract? I think your present deal runs out in 2020.
Well, there's a lot for everybody to think about in terms of that. From my point of view, I love the job, and the group of players and the group of staff have been fantastic to work with, and we have some exciting young players coming through as well. But my focus is on now and the game tomorrow.
And tomorrow night, Wembley obviously is going to be sold out. 90,000 people there. That shows how much interest and passion there is for international football. How important do you think it is that the FA owns the national stadium?
Well, first and foremost, it's brilliant that there is this excitement about international football again, because one of our ambitions over the last year or so has been that connection back with the supporters, and the impact that the summer had for the way that England were viewed as a team was really pleasing, because it's a much better environment for the players to go in and play if they feel that warmth and they feel that goodwill. Where a year ago, where we were paper aeroplanes landing on the pitch when we qualified, and we were all thinking, what are we doing here? So that's great credit to this group of players and what they've done. In terms of the national stadium, we didn't own it when I first played, so three things important really. Is it the right deal? Are they the right covenants? And what are we doing with the money if we get it? But I think whether you own property or not is secondary. The history of the stadium is always there. A little bit different because it's not the old stadium. That's for decision makers to come to the right conclusions.
Harry, what kind of welcome home are you expecting tomorrow night?
I'm not too sure, to be honest. Obviously, it's fantastic that the stadium's going to be sold out. From our point of view, we just want to put in a good performance like we did in the summer. So, I'm sure there'll be a lot of buzz around the stadium. I'm sure there'll be a lot of younger kids maybe there who loved every minute of the World Cup as well. So excitement from them, and we can't wait to go and play in front of our home fans, which is great. So full focus on obviously the game and Spain itself. So hopefully we can try and get the win.
You went out to Russia with little expectation, if we're honest, and probably a bit less pressure than in the past. Do you think that might have changed a bit now?
Yeah, it probably has, and that's a good thing, really. I think in any tournament, any major tournament, you're going to have to be able to handle the pressure. So we've come a long way from a year ago, but now it's about building on that, and can we do it every couple of years in the big tournaments, the big moments. Like semi-final was great for us and great for the country, but we want to experience a final and experience lifting one of them trophies. So that's got to be our aim, is to keep improving from now until the Euros, and see how far we can go.
A couple of the players have said they've watched the game back. Have you been able to watch the Croatia game back in full yet?
Yeah, I've watched it. There was things we done well, there's things we didn't do well, and yeah, definitely room for improvement. We spoke about it a bit since we've been here about what we could have done better. But look, that's football. That's always part of the game. It was a 50-50 game, and one or two things went their way on the day, and they got to the final. So that's how tight football can be. But yeah, looking back from a personal point of view, there's things I could have done better, and from a team, we could have done better as well.
And we had, England obviously had golden balls in the past. They've got golden boots now. You're going to blind us with some of your footwear tomorrow night?
Yeah, Nike have been kind enough to make me a pair of golden boots, which I'm going to wear just for tomorrow's game. So yeah, thanks to them. They're very nice. But yeah, I guess I'd have to score a goal to make it worthwhile.
I guess, you know, if you were thinking about you'd probably be the least likely player to go out on a pitch in bright gold boots. Do you feel a little bit conscious about doing that?
No, it's okay. The colours nowadays, I'm saying nowadays like I'm 30 years old. But yeah, the colours are the colours. Sometimes it could be pink, sometimes it could be black. It doesn't matter. For me, a pair of boots, like I say, it's a nice thing Nike have done for me, and like I said, hopefully I can just perform well in them.
Gareth, what's the biggest thing you learnt about the summer?
Wow. I think we learned through every day, through every experience. You know, I think one of the things would be what it takes to be competitive over 7 matches. You know, the challenges of a tournament change as you go through. The quality of the games increase. The pressure on the games increases as you go through, although you know, you're still under pressure in the group because of expectation, and then physically the demands of those 7 matches with tight turnarounds, and so I think we know it was really good for us to get a feel of what that took and what was needed, because it becomes a battle of mental strength and physical, as well as you know, tactical and technical challenges every area. But there were so many things that we learned about this group of players. There were so many tactical challenges that we've learned from, and yeah, it was a brilliant experience in so many ways.
You said in the past that to be truly considered a top team, you need to beat the top teams competitively. This is obviously now a competitive fixture. Does that put a different complexion on it for you?
No, I think we want to test ourselves against the very best. You know, last 18 months we chose to play Brazil, Germany, Spain, Italy. So, you know, we weren't hiding from those fixtures. If you look back through history, England's competitive record against top teams is non-existent. I think bar Argentina in 2002, who were a big disappointment in that tournament anyway. Very rare since sort of 70s, late 60s, early 1970 that we beat those top teams. So this isn't just this team. You know, we're talking about our team, but historic is not impressive. So ideally, over the next couple of years, we'd like to be going into the European Championships with a record of beating top teams, so that you go in with that real belief and confidence. And to do that, we've got to be spot on in every area.
You spoke about this a bit last week, but statistics show that the Premier League was bottom of the top 5 European leagues in terms of getting England's under-21 players game time, and it looks like that is continuing this season already. No surprises, France came top of the league in terms of getting their players playing. Do you think this is the biggest problem an England manager faces at the moment?
Well, it's an increasing problem. I think you know, you can see from the graphs that that's a decline that's over the last 5 years in particular. So the big worry is for whoever the England manager is in 6, 8, 10 years' time. You know, I've raised the subject because I think it's a debate that needs to happen, and it's a good debate to put on the table when we've done well. If we put the debate on the table after we'd not done well, people are saying, well, that's just excuses and get on with it. And I think so much good work is going on in youth development in this country. Clubs are producing really good quality technical players, good tactical awareness. We're having success at national junior level. So I think it's a good moment to say, okay, this missing piece of going from youth football into senior football is an area to get everybody around the table and come up with some ideas, because at the moment it's not working, and the graph is a concern, and somebody has to start talking about it. At the moment it's been pushed to one side, and yet it's been obvious for quite a period of time, so I felt it was important to raise it.
Do you think it's more beneficial for players to go and get experience in other leagues abroad, or do you think it's more beneficial for them to stay and fight for a place in the Premier League? Because Dan Ashworth touched on that a little bit. He said he thinks it's down to the players to get in the first team.
Well, there's always a responsibility for the players. I mean, Harry is a brilliant example of making sure that you do everything within your power to be the best you can possibly be. So, you know, there's no doubt that over the years some players haven't had that mentality and haven't given themselves the best chance. But others do have that mentality, and whether they go abroad or stay at home, I don't think matters. It's just important they play matches. You can develop to a certain level on the training pitch and with good coaching, but in the end the game teaches you so much, and the challenges of the game and the challenges of playing in front of a crowd under pressure with consequences for losing, they're the things that young players have to go through and experience. And I'm pleased some of the guys are taking it upon themselves to go abroad if they feel that they've got a better opportunity. We have to see whether that is going to be successful, but I admire them for going and taking that challenge on.
Gareth, it has to be said the mood in the camp doesn't seem to have changed since that World Cup. Still the same camaraderie. How important is that, and how satisfied are you that that hasn't changed?
I think it was fundamental to us doing well. In teams that do well, the togetherness, the spirit is really important, and then that gets deeper as you work together more, and you can have, you know, really strong conversations with each other, players to players, players to coaches, challenge each other. We were talking about this on the way down, that you know, as a team you want to have an environment where everybody's driving each other, and there's an open forum for questioning and improvement and pushing the level of performance. So I know that the lads were really looking forward to getting back together. You know, this morning we spoke a little bit about, you know, there's getting back together and there's enjoying what happened in the summer, but that's gone, and tomorrow is the first step into the next phase of our development.
It was an enjoyable ride. It did end with the defeat to Croatia. How have you approached going over that with the team? Did you get them all together, or did you take them individually through it all?
No, we reviewed it as we do most games, really. You take out what you think are the key pieces of information, the key things that are there to be learned, and then how we adapt that to the way that we train and the way that we need to play moving forward. So Spain is a slightly different tactical test. They have outstanding midfield players in the same way that Croatia did, but not the identical test that we faced. And of course we don't 100% know how they're going to approach the game with the new coach, but I think really good discussions, and we always have to review after every match to see how we can improve.
Do you and the team see this as an opportunity to prove that you can be one of the traditional big guns in world football?
Well, that's the great thing about football, that you get exciting matches against top players, and every player in our team will want to show tomorrow night what they're capable of. And more importantly, as a team, you know, we want to show what we're capable of as a team, because this team has progressed a long way. If I think back 2 years to when we last played Spain, the detail in how we play now compared to how we prepared for that game is much further down the line, much more advanced. The style of play is completely different, and we are evolving and improving. But we will be a young team tomorrow night. We'll be a younger team than we had in the summer, and these experiences are brilliant for us, because these are the games where you learn the most.
You have a big selection dilemma between youth and experience. In Joe Gomez, a player that you said when you first selected him, many of his own teammates didn't really know much about him. and then Carl, who has been such a great servant through the World Cup?
Well, there's more than that dilemma. I mean, Joe is no surprise to us. I've sort of worked with him since he was 17, and he has been an excellent defender through our system. He was one of our best players against Brazil in one of his first games. So it's great for him. He's getting the opportunity to play at centre-back with Liverpool this year. It's his stronger position, and like a lot of young players, he managed to get into the team at full-back. That's often the route. So it's definitely a good moment for him. But I think lots of the young players we bring over surprise the older guys. You know, we have had another 3 or 4 players train with us this week from the younger teams, and every time they come over, they go back and all the lads are talking. You know, blimey, they were good, weren't they? And it's good that the more senior players recognise that actually there's some good players coming through, and they want a piece of what these guys have got, and it's good for the younger ones to see the level that the first team are at, and the professionalism of the first team, and the standard that's required to break through.
Harry, you will be presented at 24 as England captain with a golden boot in front of the England fans. You had such a special bond with them at the World Cup. Will that really feel like it's the first time it's real when that moment happens?
Yeah, it'll be exciting. It'll be a strange one because, of course, it'll be a very proud moment to receive it. But in the other thought, I'll be thinking of the game probably 10 minutes after. So, yeah, obviously my family will be there as well, which would be nice for them to see. So, yeah, we all had a great connection, not just me, but the whole team with the fans. So, yeah, it'd be nice to actually see the golden boot. So yeah, it'd be a good moment, but then obviously I'll probably enjoy it more after when I spend some time with the family.
Since winning it, have you looked down the list of the previous winners, and what was your reaction if you did?
I didn't know. Obviously in recent years with Klose and Ronaldo and players like that, but again, it's not something. Obviously, it'd be probably something I look back in 10, 15 years' time and remember, and yeah, then that's when kind of I'll look at all that sort of stuff. But for now, like I touched on earlier, it's about getting better. I won a World Cup Golden Boot, which is amazing. But what else can I do? I want to do even more and go even further. So yeah, that's the mindset, and I know that's the mindset for all the other players that done well in the World Cup as well.
If you look at some of the names, Eusebio, Ronaldo for the Brazil, they did it all. They always backed themselves. I've got to admit, you surprised us all in Volgograd when you started talking about scoring hat-tricks like Ronaldo, but you backed yourself and achieved it. What do you believe you can achieve for England before you retire? What will you only be happy with?
Yeah, trophies. And team trophies is the main thing for me. We haven't won one since obviously 1966, so I think any England player, that's their aim, is to bring a major trophy home, and that's no different with me. Of course, I want to be playing for England for the next 10 years hopefully, and have many more big tournaments, but I'm someone who just focuses on the now and what I can do now and how can I help the team, and yeah, that starts with the games this year. So hopefully I can improve from last year and carry that forward.
Having reached the semi-final with such limited expectations on you all, and with Wembley of course hosting the next European final, does it feel more tangible that a trophy is within your grasp?
Yeah, obviously I'd love to sit here and say we're definitely going to win it and get everyone excited, but we know there's a lot of hard work from now until then. So yeah, we of course want the support and want the belief that everyone showed with us, the team, and the fans and everyone around England. But we know there's still a long way to go to reach that goal. So yeah, for us now is to focus on these games, and that's all we can do. And yeah, this new Nations tournament is a chance to maybe win a trophy at the end of it as well.
Okay, we'll wrap it up there. Thank you very much.
Cheers.